You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Hey YouTube, this is Brandon with Third Rate Duelist. We've got Dennis from the team here. He's going to go ahead and do a deck profile. He's coming out from the dark room that his wife keeps him in to show us some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So, what are you going to show us, Dennis?
I got pendulums. This is a Kali Yuga build. I'm just going to keep playing this build until they ban rank up magicians. Or rank up magic, sorry.
All right.
So
let's go ahead and get right into it.
All right. See, we got 3 harmonizing.
Why? The card's bad. Why don't you play 3 of it?
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody should just not play this at all, you know. My build's a little different. I mean, it's pretty standard, but a few choice differences. 3 wisdoms. I'm still kind of messing with ratios for this. I really like this at 2, just because it's a light, it's a 5. I mean, I understand the purpose of it, but sometimes I'd rather just have other stuff. I played 2 Black Fang. I mean, this card puts in so much work, it's just unreal. If I'm not under Pendulum Call, this card is just so good. It can pop itself in scale, make your monster lose 500 attack, and then if I got a Dark Spellcaster in grave, I just get special when it's popped. So, I mean, this card puts in a lot of work. I really like it. I'm considering maybe bumping it to 3, maybe. 2 Oath. Oath is super good. It's level 6, so it helps with, you know, certain builds. You know, I play a lot of different builds for pendulums. So, if it's in scale with another magician, I can just add a magician from extra deck to hand. So, I mean, it's good for recycling my magicians, especially the harmonizing. I like to recycle that quite a bit. My 1-ofs, I play 1 purple poison. A lot of people play 2 of this. I did for a long time. I really liked the card. Pop itself, give my spellcaster 1,200 points. I get to pop a card whenever it's popped. I mean, it's really good card, good utility, but I like other things too, so I just have it at 1. Dragon Pulse Magician, I like this a lot. If it's in scale, I can discard a pendulum and pop a monster on the field. So I like that. This is what I took out for the 2nd purple poison. So I just like the versatility. Not only that, it allows me to put spellcasters in the grave for Black Fang. So I just like this better. 1 Dragon Pit, same concept as Dragon Pulse. If it's in scale, I can discard a pendulum, pop spell or trap, so it's good for, you know, floodgates, anti-spell, stuff like that. I play 1 Janky, level 7, Dark Spellcaster, 2,500. It's a nice big beat stick. And once per turn, I can negate a light monster effect. So it's pretty good. I basically just use it for a level 7 though. Dragon Caller Magician. I got it in here just because it's a level 7. It's another low scale. It can make things dragons. It can make itself a dragon. 2,400 is a pretty good body. You know, so I just keep it in here for that. Let's see. And the last one of is Time Gazer Magician. It's the garnet of the deck. You don't ever want to see it in your hand. And for starter cards, I only play 2 Chronograph. A lot of people's probably gonna give me a bunch of flack on the video and everything else, but I just like 2. I mean, 3 is really good, but I only play 2 because I want room for other stuff. Really good card, but I don't know. 2 Kern Razors, just more turbo cards. If it's in scale, I can summon it. Sometimes I get stuck with just this on the field, which is pretty good because if it's the only monster I control, then its attack is doubled. So a free 2,200 beater is not really that bad. And then I play the Dark Worm engine. So 2 Dark Worms, 1 Gate 0. I only play 2. Same concept as Chronograph. You know, I just wanted to fit other things in. Pretty much all my turbo cards are only at 2, except for this one, Cerebus. I only play at 1, and 1 Jackal King. I think these cards are really good for starters. They're good turbo cards, they're good starter cards, but if I don't get these in turn 1, I don't ever want to see them again. I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's a 4 scale, so which does me no good in scales. I'll be honest, I would take them completely out altogether if Thunder Dragons wasn't a thing.
Blasphemy.
You know, this is a good out for Colossus. So that is the only reason they're still even in my main deck. When I went to Chicago for the YCS, I didn't even play these at all. So, I mean, obviously I scrubbed out for it, but... I mean,
this is probably why.
But it runs fine with just the ones. Then I play Apex. This is a super good card. 2700 beater. I can pin summon it. It's level 7, so I can overlay with it. It's a negate. Just bounce it to hand. Negates anything. I mean, it's a really good card. I don't like 3. I think 3 is too many. I don't want to really. My opening hand, I want to see a bunch of magicians. You know, I want to be able to pin summon. You know, if I get a bunch of this stuff to clog up my first opening hand, then I mean that's pretty bad. And then the last 2 monsters I play are 1 Cloak and 1 Boots. You know, I think that's decent ratio. Most people are playing that anyway. I've seen a lot of Kali Yuga builds where it's only playing 1 of these. You know, 1 monster and the rank up, which is fine. I tried that out too, but I don't know. You'll understand later why I play 2. Alright, so that's it for the monsters. Alright, so into the spells. Obviously the best spell card is 3 Pendulum Calls. You know, my opening hand, I want to see Pendulum Call and Dark Worm in my hand. I mean, that's just an ultimate 2-card combo for this deck. Right. Discard a card, you can search any 2 magicians, and then till the end of my opponent's next turn, my magicians can't be destroyed in scale. So when I put up Kali Yuga and my opponent's in phase, I can board wipe their set spells and traps, and mine get to stay. So that's another big reason I like the Kali Yuga build so much. And then I play 3 Allures. I like Allure better than Pot of Desires. I play a lot of 1-ofs, as you've seen, so Allure gets me to the same place, really. I mean, it's really a kind of an even trade, but it's not like a plus like Pot of Desires, but I just like this better. I'd rather remove 1 monster instead of 10 cards. You know, I might hit all of my 1-ofs with the Desires, but I do play 1 single Pot of Desires. Until I can find something better to play for it, I'm still going to play 1. Let's see, then I play 2 Dragon Shrine, 1 Foolish. A lot of people play 3 Shrine, but I don't know. I think 2 is fine. I mean, I'm only playing 2 Dark Worms anyway. Really, I'm thinking about taking out 1 Shrine, just play 1 and 1, because I'm only playing 2 Dark Worms, so I just want to see Shrine or Foolish in opening hand. And then the 1 rank up for the Kali Yuga build, or Kali Yuga play. So it's all pretty standard, just a little twisted, you know. So
different ratios.
Right. And then the last 2 cards in my deck are Double Fogblade. I like these a lot. It takes a lot of pressure off of my monsters, you know, having to negate or stuff like that. Not only that, I can remove them from the graveyard to special summon one of the Cloak or the Boots. So I just like these. Good utility. It takes a lot of pressure off my monsters, and it can revive the Phantom Knight monsters from grave. So I like it a lot. I imagine that rank up's going to probably get banned on the list. So when it does, I'm just going to take out the rank up and put in another fog blade. Alright, so that's it for the mains. 42. Extra, it's pretty standard. One Electrum. It's so pretty. Nice Jeremy Mitchell signature on my Electrum. I'm gonna play this till the day I die, man. So until this card falls apart, I'm gonna have that Electrum. You just have to keep throwing me out of tournaments because I'm gonna keep playing my Jeremy Mitchell Electrum. So, one Apprentice. It's good. Most of my deck is dark, so you kind of need this for the Kali Yuga anyway. You need to have darks to go into Rusty, so this is just a good dark. Link 2, so it helps me get faster into Rusty. Underclock is pretty much the same way. So Link 2, it's a dark, it helps me get into Rusty. I play 1 Decode. I really like this. A lot of people don't like this card, but I do. It's a nice, pretty alternate art. I like it better this way. He's got his hand out saying, no, you ain't doing nothing. Stop. So I like this version better. It just helps. It's more negates, you know. It, like, if I have something in a zone and I use the negate for that monster, I can always just use this for another negate and get rid of the monster. Metaltron, I mean, there ain't much to say about that. 2 extra deck monsters, it helps. This is another one I just got. Daybreaker, it came from the Endymion structure deck. It's just Link 2 for Spellcaster. In case I get Rivalry or something, I got a Spellcaster Link monster outside of Wee Witch. That is really the only reason it's in here.
Alright.
And then for Synchros, Savage, no need to explain that too much. It's just negates and a big beater. Ignister, super good. I can pop a scale, shuffle a card back. Level 8 is pretty good. I don't go into it too much, but when I do, it helps. Clearwing, this is this. I go into this a lot. It's just Regeki on legs. So I mean, I like it. That's really all I really use it for. Time Star. This puts in work. It saves pendulums. I mean, it searches deck to hand. I mean, it puts in a lot of work. I really like that. Abyss or Absolute and Vortex. I mean, they're standard. So, and then the last 2 are Rebellion Dragon. A lot of people play Raging, but I like Rebellion better. I can actually use the monster. And then Kali Yuga. I mean, this is super good. It says your opponent can't really do anything for their turn. And then in phase, I can detach and nuke your spells and traps. So, I mean, it does really good. It puts in a lot of work for Sky Strikers as well. So, that's the extra deck, 15 obviously. Now for the side, this is just what I have for now. I mean, it's decent, but 3 twins. I mean, any back row. I mean, I don't like back row. 3 reboots. Again, traps, back rows, whatever. 3D barrier, because I honestly believe that there's going to be Endymion builds out there that's just going to go crazy. Necroz, that's going to help with Necroz. It's going to help with Thunder Dragons. You know, I mean, anything that states it on the card. I mean, it just helps. 3 Lava Golems. This is the card that I side in the most.
Why not Sphere Modes?
Because a lot of decks nowadays don't put up a whole bunch of monsters anymore. You know, I can get rid of 2. I mean, I don't get the normal summon, but I'm playing a Pendulum deck, so who really cares? And not only that, I'm going to burn you for 1,000 life on top of that, so that's going to help my cause. And then the last 3, I just play a small Kaiju engine. It's same concept as Lava Golem. You know, I just want to get rid of monsters. I have a hard time with Colossus, so I basically just have my extra deck for Sky Strikers, Solids, and Thunder Dragons. You know, so.
All right. Well, YouTube, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think of Dennis's Kali Yuga Pen Magician deck profile. And we're going to get back to you guys soon.